Success without stress. Hello there. This is Ravi Rade with the leader inside you, wishing you happiness and success. Welcome to today's webinar, Success Without Stress. 5 steps to command a high position, salary and recognition. By high position, I mean at least director or VP level. That means reaching to your boss's boss level, even higher, and doubling your income in less than 5 years. Now, it may sound like a crazy idea, especially right now when the outside world is locked down, when everyone else is just thinking about how to survive. But the more you pay attention to everything that I'm about to tell you, you will realize now is the time, especially if you are a technology professional, to get started working on what you have been postponing. I'm sure you are noticing that lockdown has forced the entire world to go digital. Everybody is using technology. And that's why when the rest of the stock market is going down, tech company stocks are going up. So if you're like me and seeing the increased opportunity for career growth in the tech world, this webinar is exactly for you. And there is a flip side also. Because of the uncertainty, there will be big changes coming up, which might impact your career directly. And that's why those I should improve my skills has become I must improve my skills. So let's start with who is this for? This is for anyone who works in the technology in corporate office, who wants to climb up the ladder, earn a higher income, and get recognition for their work. So if you are a software developer, programmer, QA specialist, analyst, solutions architect, engineer, IT manager, this is for you. If you are someone who completely understands the gravity of the current situation, doing all the right things to be safe and secure, but refuses to give up and shrink in fear, then this webinar is absolutely for you. So here is what we're going to talk about in the next 45 minutes. We will talk about how you can be a strong leader, even if entire world is in panic mode and everyone around you is worried and anxious. We are going to talk about how you can manage your daily increasing stress and anxiety at work and home and respond with calm mind instead of reacting with anger and frustration. We will talk about how you can demand a high position, at least the director or VP level, even if it seems a far-fetched idea, especially right now. Next, we will talk about how you can become an outspoken, courageous, and confident leader in any situation, even if you call yourself an introvert. And we are going to talk about how you can add emotional intelligence leadership skills that you must have today for your work and for your family. We will talk about how you can get recognition for your work in the midst of chaos. I will show you how you can add several $1 million to your lifetime earnings. And we're going to talk about how you can achieve all this without working long hours, playing office politics, or getting an expensive MBA, and instead creating a joyful, harmonious environment for you, your family, and everyone around you. Here is my promise to you. If you stick with me, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process to work towards high position of director and VP and get recognition and higher salary in the midst of chaos that we are facing right now. The idea of this high position may seem far-fetched, scary, or even impossible at this moment. But if you watch this entire presentation, and as you will hear the stories of my clients, you will realize that the path to reach this high position is not only possible, but also can be simple. So for the next 45 minutes, shut off all the news, social media that are constantly pouring negative vibes. Instead, expose your mind to fresh air of positivity and optimism. Let your inspiration, motivation, and enthusiasm flow again. At this time, we need that optimism. Not the delusional one, but the realistic optimism that will lead to taking action. You need it, your clients need it, your employer needs it. And most importantly, your family needs it. So watch this presentation until the end to bring yourself back to those bigger possibilities for your future and start taking control. Before going further, let me quickly check in with you and see where you are and see if any of this sounds like you. Because of this lockdown, are you irritated to see that everyone is reacting with frustration and that is increasing your stress? while doing office work or family work? Are you having sleepless nights worrying about your job security, losing control over work, family, and relationships? And even before lockdown, do you feel intimidated when talking with senior leaders or while working with dominating peers who try to take credit for your work? Do you find it hard to speak up, share your ideas, stand up for yourself and your opinions, and you feel stressed out in the meetings? Are you stuck in a cycle of low raises and no promotions for several years and feel frustrated to see others getting promotions after promotions? Are you working long hours, coming to your family exhausted and getting crushed by anxiety, stress, and overwhelm, but still not going anywhere? And finally, do you feel that your career is insecure and stuck? Well, look, if any of that stuff sounds like you, then I actually have some good news for you. Because none of those things are the real problems. The real problem is that you haven't made what I call the shifts. And I'm going to explain to you what those are in just a second. But understand that once you make these shifts, you will unleash the inner superpowers, shake off all the negative energy, reaching new heights to your career that you never thought possible. You will gain new confidence, achieve promotions, and people will wonder, how can you be so positive and strong? Your career will not only become secure, but also will switch to a fast track as you become an expert in building relationships with your upper management. You will finally join those high-earning technology professionals who are easily making salaries of $200,000 or $300,000 per year. And all those negative feelings of anxiety, worry, fear, and frustration will start to fizzle away. And you will achieve what I call success without stress. And you will be able to do all this while creating a joyful, harmonious environment for yourself and everyone around you, including your family. Before going further, let me quickly introduce myself and just tell you who I am and why you should listen to me. Hello, my name is Ravi Reddy, MBA from both University of Chicago and founder of The Leader Inside You Inc., an executive training and coaching company. I specialize in helping technology professionals to build a fast-track career while reducing stress from their life. Hundreds of executives and their teams have become outstanding leaders, and they have increased their well-being in the process of training. I'm a certified coach from legendary Tony Robbins Training Institute and also from Coaches Training Institute, the largest coaching institute in the world. And as a certified teacher, I conduct Search Inside Yourself, a Google-developed 2-day emotional intelligence leadership course for executives and their teams at various corporate offices. Before becoming a coach, I was a director at the Chicago Board Options Exchange, where I led large technology teams in a highly demanding environment. So, if you're looking for strategies used in world-changing companies and proven to work by ultra-successful people, you are at the right place. Let me also quickly tell you how I discovered these shifts, and I'll walk you through all of them. During my career at the biggest stock and options exchange in the world, 12 milliseconds response times means clients start calling with complaints. So most of the professionals working with me were buried in anxiety, panic, and overwhelm. But some were different. Even if they worked on the same system, in the same team, under the same boss, some people could operate very effectively under stress and became super successful. I watched them being stress-free, leaving the office at 4 p.m., still managing to be favorite among people in power. I watched them go from tiny cube in the corner to the VP position in just a few years. And we see exactly the same today in this lockdown world. While most of us are shrinking in fear, few great people are rising up to the challenge. So I closely observed what those high achievers were doing. And I noticed that there is something very different about how these successful people manage their emotions under pressure, how they present themselves, what they speak, and how they speak. I realized there are 5 things that those top superstars are doing that everyone else is not doing. And as I started implementing those 5 shifts in my career, especially in the chaotic times, my growth started seeing an immediate impact. I started giving bigger value to my organization. My boss started supporting me. My boss's boss gave exciting opportunities to me. I removed low value work from my plate. All this resulted in several promotions for me. Since then, I have been helping my clients to achieve higher success in their career, especially when times are tough, without stress, using the exact same strategies. So there are 5 key shifts that you must make to make your career from stuck and stagnated to promotions after promotions, while reducing stress and creating happiness for everyone around you. I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them in this session, so pay close attention. So let's start with the first shift. Access the leader inside you. In today's lockdown world, aren't we getting tired of talking and thinking about the same thing again and again? When everybody's mind is consumed with negative thought, when we are constantly bombarded with negative news about the present and the future, who can help us to become optimistic? We are searching for answers. When will it be over? How can I handle the daily stress of work and family responsibilities? Are my career and my family's future secure? To find the answers, of course, we can listen to scientists, great leaders, and inspirational speakers. But the problem is, we also know no human has any clue how it is going to unfold. So we keep doubting optimistic thoughts coming from anyone, no matter how inspiring that person is. The word of inspiration from any of them is not making any impact on our mind. What do we do? Who can we turn for inspiration? Fortunately, there is one person at this moment who can help us. And that person is your own inner leader. At this moment, no human being can say anything with certainty, but you have one thing certain: your own inner leader. I know you are a leader to know the cool strategies to advance your career. I'll get to that. But before that, I must spend time talking about your inner leader. Because the only certain thing that you have right now is your own confidence in yourself. Confidence that you can not only survive, but also can thrive right now and also in the future. We don't know when the world will open. We don't know what industries will survive and in what form. Heck, we have no idea how new world will look like. So instead of worrying and getting anxious about the future, let's get introduced to the most certain thing that you have: the leader inside you. The leader inside you is wise. It is certain. It is confident. It is courageous. It is compassionate. This leader has been with you since the day you were born. It is with you every moment, even right now, and will be there until the end of the life. The leader is just like your breath. Was there, is there, and will be there. People who are weathering this difficult time are rising up with their inner leader. Instead of shrinking, they're expanding. Instead of looking for help, they're helping others. Instead of needing to cheer up, they are cheering up others. They are rising up with the leader inside them. You and I can do the same. Now realize one thing. You are breathing all the time. But you don't notice that all the time, do you? Now, just for a moment, take a deep breath with me. And bring attention to your breath. What happens? Immediately, you will notice that you are breathing. Your chest is going up and down. You're feeling the sensation of air going through your nostrils. You can even hear the sound of your breath. Exactly the same thing with your inner leader. It is with you all the time, even if you don't notice it. That means you have all the qualities of your inner leader all the time with you, even if you don't notice them. I'm sure you have heard the advice for career growth: learn new technology, gain leadership skills, become a team player, and so on. But these external changes help only people who have a strong inner strength of courage and confidence. If you don't have an inner leader with you, self-doubter takes over, and you will have to depend on someone else for inspiration and support. You will be at the mercy of others. Keep blaming your boss, your colleague, environment, the situation, adding to the stress. You become needy, dependent on others, and none of the techniques to advance your career will work. But if you have your inner leader with you, it doesn't matter how your boss behaves. It doesn't matter how your company is doing. In any situation, you will not only survive, but thrive. You can have any degree, any certification, any mastery or technology, but unless you can access your inner leader, nothing will work. But once you access your inner leader on demand, everything changes. Immediately, you will feel the presence of your leader, and all the wisdom, courage, confidence, certainty, and compassion will be available for you in abundance. Let me share the story of my client Vipul. When he came to me, he was recently promoted to the leadership role because of his excellent technical skills. But now there was a problem. He told me that his introverted nature was coming in a way to show up as a leader of his team, and all of a sudden he felt like he was losing the game. His self-doubter had started taking over his inner leader, putting his career in trouble. We showed Vipul the technique of accessing the leader inside him, and he started listening to the voice of his inner leader. It was challenging for him, but he made consistent efforts, and the results were nothing but transformational. He could change himself from an introverted engineer into a confident, vocal, and highly visible leader. With our help, he made several 180-degree shifts in his thought process. He started speaking up in the meetings, showcasing his brilliant ideas, standing up for himself and his team and with assertiveness. He started working with the top management, helping them to achieve collaboration among several teams. We helped him to showcase his leadership achievements in his yearly performance review, and he got his star performer status again. And now all that is giving him an even higher position to work at a global level. And it's not just Vipul. All my clients tell me the same thing. Once they start using the technique of accessing their inner leader, self-doubter runs away, and all that hidden confidence and courage starts showing up in a big way. The second shift is to demand a high position. Let's first see what is a high position, at least the director or VP level. Now you might ask, wait a minute, Ravi, you are talking about a high position right now in this situation when the world is locked down? Yes, right now. Because the first step is to demand a high position from yourself. You must demand a high position from yourself first. You must have 100% certainty that you can achieve the position. You must have a solid system to make it happen. And it is even more critical because the world is totally changed and will be very different going forward. Right now, the world needs leader more than ever. Leaders who can think out of the box, who can make fast decisions, who can take action. If you want to be one of them, now is the time to think differently and big for yourself and everyone around you. There are several reasons why aiming low gets you stuck in your career. When you aim low, just the next level promotion, it does not have enough juice of inspiration to push you to take bold actions. You stay stuck with low, doubtful thinking. It becomes hard to think of the bigger picture. You find yourself running in an endless rat race, competing with your peers. But once you start demanding a high position from yourself, the first immediate impact happens is it starts an internal machine of inspiration. You start thinking of a higher perspective, become more confident, and start expecting different behaviors from yourself. And once that happens, the world starts seeing new, confident, courageous you who takes bold actions and brings high-value results. The one thing I want you to understand is that you are not giving your time, you are not giving your knowledge, you are not even giving your expertise. What you're giving is the value of the results of your work. And that is what your employer needs right now. And as you demand a high position from yourself, you start giving that exact high value results your boss and your upper management and your organization needs right now. And of course, then your values start increasing dramatically. And if you can produce high value results that your employer desperately wants, not only your job will become secure, but also you will strengthen your position as a leader. See how it works? Yes, true. We are living in a dark time. But don't you think it is a lot easier for a light to shine if there is a darkness? So turn on your lights when most of the others have turned off. Now you will say, Ravi, I will demand high position from myself. But I have already talked about my promotion to my boss, but it's not working. You're right. Asking for promotion is a wrong way that in fact reduces your chance of getting one. Because your boss feels that you're nagging and puts him or her in defensive mode. Your boss starts to avoid conversation, starts finding reasons, giving excuses why you are not ready for a promotion. And you start feeling resentment towards your boss, reducing your motivation to give your best. And you start thinking, why bother? And this negative cycle brings down job satisfaction and inspiration to give your best. Has that happened to you? If yes, don't worry, there is a solution. If you install an empowering system called career sponsorship, which my clients use, it will not only eliminate the hassle of asking for promotion, it will actually boost your reputation as someone who is a collaborative team player who produces results. It works because in all successful companies, the entire upper management is responsible for leadership growth. And in today's troubled time, they are looking for strong, optimistic, positive thinking leaders more than ever. It's their job to look for rising stars, develop them, and promote them. So make your job easy by offering yourself as a strong leader with full confidence. Wouldn't you become a favorite if you make their job easier? Several other unexpected, amazing things also start to happen as you demand a high position from yourself. It takes you out of the rat race with your peers. First, you take yourself out of the rat race mentally. Your aims become higher than what others are chasing. You automatically start thinking, focusing, behaving differently. Instead of grinding repetitive low-value work, you start focusing on high-value tasks giving bigger results. All this change starts getting noticed by upper management. And then you will see that new high-value work starts coming to you. You start getting more and more work that you love to do and excel at. Since you are working on something that you really like and enjoy, burnout, overwhelm starts to fizzle away. Work does not feel like work anymore. Do you see the picture? The second story I want to tell you is about our client, Nikita. When we spoke to her for the first time, she said she felt like she was stuck in the rat race, facing constant competition in the office. She felt that her career growth was being blocked. So we worked together and we helped her to first demand a director position from herself. As a result, she started looking at the bigger value that she can bring to her team, her boss, and her company, and she started delivering that value. We helped her to destroy her negative beliefs and replace them with empowering beliefs. That took her out of the rat race with her colleagues, and her competitive advantage turned into a collaborative advantage. And now she is not only creating new opportunities for herself, but also for her colleagues, team, and even her boss. And the story gets even better. She used the career sponsorship technique that we taught her, and now she has C-level sponsor helping her to rise fast in the company. It took some time and a lot of persistence, but Nikita did it. You can do it too. Let's do it. Start demanding a high position from yourself. Because when you start doing that, everybody wins. So now you might be saying, okay, Ravi, I get it. I should demand a high position from myself, but how do I get my upper management to see me as worthy of a high position? How do I get them to see my value? You might be saying, being a programmer, I always think of how things will fail before installing in production. So my brain is always thinking a lot before I speak up in the meeting or in front of big boss. I'm struggling in even day-to-day meetings to be vocal and express myself. So how can I bring all that courage, confidence, and motivation that I need to talk about a high position? I totally understand how you feel because I was there one time. That brings us to the third shift. Develop executive presence. What does developing executive presence mean? It means establishing yourself as a confident, trustworthy, and credible leader and giving your organization massive value at the same time. How to do that? Using the secret formula. In the moment practice using mindfulness. In the moment practice is the practical, logical way to preempt incoming stress, gain control over your emotions, figure out the ideal executive behavior from the situation, and respond accordingly. For example, you are an expert in technology, but when it comes to presenting yourself and your solution in meeting with high-level people, you must present it with an ideal executive behavior. It doesn't matter how fast you can code and what certifications you got. It doesn't matter how confident and courageous you are behind your computer monitor. For career growth in leadership roles, what matters is how confident and courageous you are in the meetings in front of people, especially the upper management. Because that's when they see you or hear you. You must come across as a confident leader when someone asks you a challenging question or you have to demand something that you or your team needs. If you cannot do that, you will not be given leadership roles. Let me ask you, how vocal you are in meetings when you have to express your ideas and stand up for yourself? How outgoing you are in talking with people, networking, and establishing relationships. On the personal front, what happens when you talk with your boss about your promotion and raise? What happens to your emotions and behavior during such situations? Anxiety, insecurity, fear, frustration, and even anger all pop up in a big way, don't they? To win, we must have strong emotional strength in such situations. You may not have the strength right now, but you can build it using the secret formula. I'll explain that shortly. But first, let's take a look at the conventional way of achieving success. Work long hours, work hard, become indispensable, take control, sacrifice personal life, be competitive, fight for your promotion, grab power, play office politics, be pushy, read books, do MBA, gather endless certifications. People have been using all these ways to achieve high positions, but they are the slowest and completely unreliable way to achieve high position, and worse yet, they cause more harm than good. See this list again. None of these are inspiring and motivating. And that could be the biggest reason stopping you from working towards a high position, even if you know that you deserve it. Working long hours, working hard means more work gets pushed to you, causing burnout. Becoming indispensable means they won't give you a promotion because who will replace you? Trying to take control creates pushback and resentment from your colleagues and boss. Sacrificing personal and family life simply destroys you and your family's happiness. Being competitive hurts your relationships with others, creating enemies and stress. Reading books is just a passive thing. Where is the action? Doing an MBA can distract you from your work for years, costs a fortune, and may not give any return. I have done an MBA myself. Sure, it is helping me in my business in a big way. But as I look back, MBA was not necessary at all for my fast-track career. Did you notice it is Master of Business Administration? It's not a Master of Career Administration. And certification can be just a paper if it does not help you in your job. Have you seen anybody getting a promotion just because they did an MBA or some certification? This old way to high position, to do endless grinding work, sacrifice your personal and family life, and play office politics is a never-ending cycle of stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. Fortunately, there is a much faster, simpler, and nicer way. Develop an executive presence using the secret formula that I call in-the-moment practice of mindfulness. So let's get into the details of this in-the-moment practice. Here is the secret syntax. Notice the strong emotions before they hit. Access your inner leader. Retrieve your specific in-the-moment strategy. Act using ideal behavior and reflect on it and get better next time. The first step is to learn and master the art of catching strong emotions before they hit you. The second step is to access the inner leader as we talked about in the first shift. The third step is using the wisdom of your inner leader to recall the specific in-the-moment strategy, and that gives you the ideal executive behavior from you. The last step is to reflect on this event after it happens and find out how you can do better next time. This secret formula gives my clients the wisdom to find ideal executive behavior in all sorts of situations and gives them all that courage, confidence to act accordingly. And all of it is in the moment, exactly when you need it, in the meeting, while talking with your big boss. You can let go of stressful negative thoughts and emotions, and instead you can focus on what matters. And since this is all based on mindfulness, you will get transformed into a kind, loving, compassionate person, and that will reflect in your personal and family life too. You will become much more attentive and caring to your family, giving them your full presence, bringing more joy and happiness. Make sense? It made total sense to my client Raj. The third story I want to tell you about. Raj is a super ambitious person, was a star performer, but he knew he could do much more. He was feeling that his potential was underutilized. So we immediately started working together and we devised a strategy. We helped him to reach out to his big boss for a presentation opportunity. We worked on his presentation to transform it from a technology presentation to an executive presentation. He gave the presentation with confidence, courage, and executive presence. Now he is getting a very exciting opportunity that will bring the best out of him and put him on the path of becoming director. Of course, it will take time and effort, but he has found a way for sure. Being a smart guy, Raj quickly realized to succeed at bigger opportunity, he needs to up his game. So he worked diligently, used the systematic step-by-step process of in-the-moment practice that we taught him. He started being fully present in the meetings, demonstrating his executive presence. He established the mindfulness practice we taught him. As a result, he noticed a sharp increase in his focus and concentration, and now he's performing at even higher level, doing his tasks in less time. And that has freed up his time to explore new technologies, initiatives that he can bring to his company. Being present in the moment is a technique that all highly successful people use all the time to achieve executive presence. 40,000 Google employees are trained in mindfulness because there are measurable results backed by neuroscience. LinkedIn, Salesforce, and many more cool technology companies all over the world are training their employees to be fully present in the moment and reduce stress. You can achieve high success and reduce stress at the same time. Have you started seeing how amazing it can be? Okay, so with all the skills of mindfulness, you can become even more generous. You can give a promotion even to your boss. That brings us to the fourth shift. Give the promotion to your boss. Yes, you heard it right. Give promotion to your boss. Surprise? This is how it works. You start doing tasks that your boss is supposed to do. What happens then? Your boss finds more time to do higher value tasks, resulting in his or her promotion. Once your boss gets promoted, someone has to fill your boss's position, right? Now think, if you have been a big help to your boss, why wouldn't he recommend your name? If you have been doing your boss's task anyway, why would anybody doubt your capabilities? It's win-win for all. See how it works? On the flip side, if you don't give promotion to your boss, you will keep doing your current tasks. No new skills will be added, no new capabilities will be developed, and no new visibility will come to you. Doing the same work year after year is one of the biggest reasons people get stuck in their careers. And that creates boredom, resulting in lack of motivation, low performance, and finally frustration for you and for your boss both. So why would you be interested in gaining the same experience over and over again, which is useless for your career growth? And if you don't, somebody else in your team will give promotion to your boss, diminishing your chances of success. But if you do give a promotion to your boss, by doing his or her task, you will get to do new challenging work. Usually such work gives results of bigger value, which of course increases your value. You will feel proud to do important work and job satisfaction increases. People start seeing you as a successor to your boss. Your reputation increases, your power increases, and you can get things done from people. Yes, I agree. In the beginning, there will be times when you might be doing extra work, your own and your boss's work. But soon, you will see that your boss will start reducing your current position tasks. Think about it. If someone is reducing your work, wouldn't you make sure he or she has more time to do it? You may say, yeah, sounds logical, but how can I do my boss's task? Why would my boss let me do his or her task? Wouldn't he or she feel like I'm stealing his or her job? Yes, you are right. If you do it incorrectly, it can go totally wrong way and it can create a big power struggle, creating lots of stress for both you and your boss. So please don't do it without proper thinking and expert guidance. But if you use the systematic proven process of career sponsorship that my clients use, your boss will not only give you his or her own task, but will also thank you for doing them. Now, why limit this generosity only to your boss? Why not give virtual promotions to your subordinates too? How? By training them on how to do your tasks and then delegating those tasks. If you don't delegate with added responsibilities, you will get overwhelmed. With too much on your plate, you may not be able to perform well with your task, let alone the new high-level tasks that from your boss. And then do you see how the entire plan can backfire instead of helping you? But if you do give virtual promotion to your subordinate, first of all, they will appreciate you for training them, giving them high-value tasks. And you will get more free time to focus on tasks that will fast-track your career. But again, you must be careful while doing this thing too. You don't want people to take a disadvantage of your generosity and steal your opportunities. So don't do it without proper thinking and expert guidance. So along with doing all this, don't forget yourself. Give virtual promotion to yourself. How? By being fully ready to grab the opportunity. Be ready with magnetic LinkedIn profile, an awesome resume, and practicing interviews. If you have not changed your job in the last few years, you might be missing out on 30K to 50K per year. And do you know, if you work with a recruiter and get a job, the recruiter gets $25,000 to $40,000? And that's why recruiters are always desperately looking for your super high demand technology skills. So get your LinkedIn optimized with the help of a professional coach so that those recruiters can find you. Once you do that, your opportunity to dream job might come even tomorrow. You know, the internet is fast, so be ready. The fourth story I want to share with you is about my client Swati. I like this story the most because it is about the most important thing in our life, our family. When we talked for the first time, Swati was overwhelmed with non-stop work at the office, not leaving any time for her kids, family, let alone any career growth. She said, Ravi, I get what you said in the webinar, but giving promotions to everyone, I don't know how to make it happen. So we helped her to find what tasks that she didn't want to do and what tasks her boss didn't want to do. And then using the technique I taught her, she skillfully got high-value tasks that take less time for her to do. We helped her to let go of the control freak nature, and then she could delegate work. All this not only increased her value in the office, but also allowed her to leave the office earlier, pick up her kids on time, and enjoy family time in the evening on the weekends. Now, Swati is producing high value in less time in the office and creating joy, happiness for her kids and husband at home, resulting in not just the work-life balance, but also work-life harmony. It was not easy to do all this and took some time, but she did it anyway because she knew that the home cannot be happy if mom is not happy. And of course, her husband agreed. Happy wife, happy life. I know, lots of things to do. But fortunately, you don't have to go alone while doing all this, and it can be done very efficiently. That brings us to the fifth shift. Invest in mentoring. Every ambitious person must have a mentor because the mentor helps you to bring new ideas, new tools, and techniques. Mentoring is a conversation about your thoughts, challenges, and goals. It's a very personalized advice, inspiration, and strong support. And most importantly, the mentor brings accountability so that you can start taking bold action consistently and achieve results. And you know the priceless thing about having a mentor? Your mentor will give you something that you may never think of yourself. Imagine solving a puzzle with several missing pieces. It's a nightmare. Mentor gives you those missing pieces of puzzle you don't know about. And that's priceless. Let me ask you, how was your career growth in last few years? When did you get your last promotion? How much raise have you been getting every year? If you're not happy with all that, if you are stuck in a stagnant career, then you're missing pieces of the puzzle. You need a new mindset. You need a new plan. You need tools and techniques. You need to take different, bold, courageous actions. And for all that, you need a mentor. A mentor who is fully on your side, training you, inspiring you, challenging you, supporting you, and holding you accountable so that you take those bold actions to achieve a high position that you deserve. So if you want to achieve something great, then find someone who has already achieved it and have helped others to achieve the same and work with that person. That will save you a decade, even more. MBA certification, reading books, attending seminars, all these traditional ways are generic, passive solutions designed to give you information. Information is cheap. You already have tons of it, and you can get it anytime on Google. For a fast-track career, you don't need more information. You need a transformation. And that's what an expert mentor does. A mentor evokes a transformation in you by giving you new empowering beliefs, inspiration, and accountability. Value of that is priceless. But that pricelessness creates a problem. It becomes hard to see the value in terms of money. So let's do some math to solve the problem. Do you know how much extra money you will make by getting a promotion if you get $10,000 raise? Is it just $10,000? No, it's at least $400,000. Here is the math. Let's say you are a 35-year-old professional and making $100,000 per year. Your lifetime earnings will be $4 million. If you get a promotion and $10,000 hike, your lifetime earnings will be $4.4 million. Difference? $400,000. Now, if you travel this path of fast-track promotion, you will be a high performer too. So instead of 2%, say you get 5% yearly raise. Your lifetime earnings? $7.3 million. Difference? $3.3 million. Yes, one promotion is equal to at least 400,000, even up to 3.3 million. So next time you see that $3.3 million home, know that just one promotion and it can be all yours. Isn't it totally worth investing your time, money, and energy to get that promotion? And now this is all minimum. We didn't even add $30, $50, or even $100,000 in bonus and stock that you will get as you get leadership roles. IT professionals are one of the highest paid professionals everywhere. And salaries, bonuses, stocks are going higher and higher because of the rapid expansion of technology and acute shortage of tech professionals. That's not surprising at all, looking at how tech companies are flooded with ever-increasing profits and stock prices. And because of the pandemic, whole world has gone digital. Everybody's using technology. So the need for technology professionals is going to increase and increase. Nowadays, even fresh computer science graduates earn in six figures. And just a few years experienced IT professionals are making $200,000. So you might be missing out on big money that you can easily get if you work with an expert mentor. Investing in expert mentoring is like buying Amazon stock in 1998 for $5. Here I can tell you my own story. I did not invest in Amazon stock, but I did something even better. I invested $100,000 in training and mentoring. And that not only gave me a director position, but also now I have my own thriving business. That's the transformation I'm talking about. I could not have achieved all that by myself. So don't go alone. Find the best mentor out there and spend what it takes to work with them. As I promised today, I showed you a 5-step process to reach a high level. 1. Access the leader inside you. I showed you how you can become confident and courageous, how you can aspire and achieve several promotions faster than you ever thought possible. 2. Demand high position. We saw how you can get your upper management to promote you by first demanding a high position from yourself. 3. Develop executive presence. I showed you how you can be seen as a fast rising star by developing the leadership skills of executive presence in meetings and in front of big boss. 4th, give promotion to your boss. We saw how you can stop getting crushed by anxiety, stress, and getting overwhelmed by giving promotions to everyone. And number 5th, invest in mentoring. And I showed you how with a mentor you can achieve your goals a lot faster, adding millions of dollars to your lifetime earnings. And most importantly, I showed you how you can do all this while creating a joyful, harmonious environment for yourself and everybody around you, including your family. These 5 shifts alone are enough to fast track your career to director or VP level. So now you have a choice. You can just hold on to this information and keep doing what you've been doing, keeping everything the way they are. Unable to speak up to showcase yourself, not getting recognition, watching helplessly others getting the leadership roles, working hard, long hours, missing joyful moments of family life, letting stress, anxiety, frustration eat your mind, body, and relationship inside out with a constant fear of reaching a breaking point. And ultimately doing the same work over and over again and feeling insecure, stuck in a stagnant career. Or if you are done with all that and want to do the work that you love and achieve a high position and a salary while enjoying more time with your family and friends, making everyone happy, if that is what you want, then here is what I have for you. My team and I have set aside some time in next 72 hours to speak to you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your work and life starting today. Because whatever your biggest challenges are, we have seen it and we know the strategies to overcome them. These are the same strategies that I have used for myself personally and for my clients to achieve higher success without stress. So here is how it works. We'll be on the phone for about 45 minutes. In this session, we will work with you to craft a step-by-step strategy to reach the director level and hit your income goals, whether that's 200,000 or 500,000, and doing all this while reducing stress from your life. In today's presentation, I gave you a high-level view of that strategy, but to make it work for you, we'll have to discuss how it applies to your world, and we'll see how to customize it to fit to your life. This call is a rare opportunity for you to open up your mind, talk freely about your career with someone who really cares, and get massive clarity in the process. Cost for this phone call? Absolutely free. There is no charge whatsoever. But there is a catch. This is not for everyone. Who is this for? This is for corporate professionals who want to grow their career fast. You must be a person who gives sincere efforts. You must be someone who wants to bring a bigger value to this world. And finally, you must be someone who believes in yourself and ready to work on yourself. So if that's you, and achieving a high position while increasing personal and family well-being is the number one priority for you, book a session now. Now you might ask, hey Ravi, that is cool, but why are you doing this? We do this because we love giving back and helping IT professionals to achieve high positions without stress. Plus, we know that you might want our help to apply these shifts and transform your career and life. That's what we do every day. So if you would like, we can discuss it and see if it is a good fit for both of us to work together. If not, that's fine too. Either way, just by doing this call with us, you will get more clarity and insight into your career growth that you didn't have for a long time. So here is what I want you to do. Click the button underneath video right now or visit theleaderinsideyou.com/apply. That will take you to our calendar page. You will see all the available times. So pick up one that works for you and go ahead, book that time. We'll call you at the time you choose. It's that simple. After you book the call, there will be a quick form to fill out that will help us to jumpstart on your conversation. But there is the thing. Spaces are really limited, and there are a lot of people watching this presentation, and there are only so many hours in the day. And of course, you are busy too. So pick up the convenient time that works for you before it is gone, and let's have a conversation. This could be the conversation that will take you to the director or VP level very fast. Several of our clients have started by making the choice that you are about to make to book the call. If you think ideas in these webinars are good ideas, take Tony Robbins' advice. He says, don't leave any good idea without taking some action. So take the simple action of booking the call that can change your life. I am inviting you to start journey of accessing your inner leader, because it is not only about your career and your life. It's beyond that. Just like my client Joseph. He started to listen to the leader inside him with full attention. He started waking up at 5 a.m., working out every day. He became consistent in his morning mindfulness and spiritual practice. His compassion became stronger, and now he's helping others to get over anxiety and stress. The pandemic has forced us to take strong, bold actions, and will be required to take bolder action in the future. So it's not just about the position and money anymore, but also about how we help others to survive and also thrive. And that's why we do what we do. So if you want to do the same and rise up to the need of the time, click the button or visit the website, theleaderinsideyou.com/apply. Book the call and we'll talk soon about your amazing career ahead. Once again, I'm Ravi Reddy with the Leader Inside You, wishing you happiness and success.